They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 5. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They run wide side with Henry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Let's go.
Now Love. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Dancing to his left. That's complete to Dobbs. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Yo. Shot.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Alrighty. Shot.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Hey. Get out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A first down carry for Henry. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Now a 2nd and 6.
You. 180.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Fighting him off. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
180. Hey, hey.
Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Love looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble and 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage. But
the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. Oh, some strong running. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Love. Eluding the pressure right. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. This 2nd and 4. Love now. Flush to his right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Here's Jacobs. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Play fake. Here's Love. Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Following the interception, Love being chased out left. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Love. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A toss right to Henry. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, report. Hey, middle.
Jackson now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Report. You at X. Hey, Ozzie.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. This is 2nd and 8.
Hey.
Again, it's Henry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Jackson to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Love. Rolling to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Love looking to throw it. Flushed out right.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Now Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here we go.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Love. Out to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Ready?
Now Love on the move to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Let's go now. Hunt.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
Ready?
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Set, ready.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's good, hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
2nd down, goal to go.
Down. Set.
Wilson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Ready.
They'll try and run with Wilson. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot.
Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide.
PlayStation